Hi everyone, it's Espionic.
And Yoshi Power 4.
So, there was a new trailer for Pokemon Sun and Moon recently, focusing on the legendary Pokemon Solgaleo and Lunala. I've heard that pronunciation for those Pokemon. They also gave a few details on the characters, including a newly revealed character named Lily, and even a Rotom Pokédex of all things. So I'll just start off by asking, what do you think of all this news?
I really like the idea of Pokédex Rotom. Because Rotom, if no one knows, is a Pokemon from the Gen 4. Its Pokédex entry was that it can possess appliances and various electronics because it was plasma. It can possess, like, say, a lawnmower and become a demonic lawnmower. Or become a demonic, well, not so much demonic as mischievous. And this is like one guy, and essentially is this particular professor who has the idea that since Rotom is essentially made of that, he just make a can inhabit a Pokédex, essentially.
A Rotom Pokédex, it sounds like one of those things that leaves you thinking, why didn't they think of this sooner? It seems like such a natural thing to have happen. But yeah, the Rotom Pokédex, it gives the Pokédex a voice and personality. And I looked this up, it actually tells you where you are. It even gives you advice on where to go next. So the Pokédex sounds like it's much more than just a Pokédex this time around. It's going to serve as a guide for you. It was probably included for those who are new to Pokemon. It seems kind of interesting, and it makes sense to do it that way. I'm actually already kind of thinking about... I'm already imagining what a Rotom Pokédex will be like in the anime. And it'll probably be either the funniest character of the saga or the most annoying with almost nothing in between.
Yeah. Well, that's the nature of Rotom. They're already kind of dickish.
Yeah. This is kind of a ridiculous question, but do you think Rotom will be able to battle as a Pokédex?
I'm not sure what ability it would have. Let's just say Analytic, I think might be its ability.
Well, I don't know. I think you would run the risk of, like, destroying your Pokédex if you do that.
Yeah, I remember not do that. Lost or stolen, they cannot be replaced.
Sun and Moon will have QR scanner support, so you can register Pokemon to the Alola Pokédex, which allows you to view their habitat. And when you catch a Pokemon, you can actually share its QR code with other players.
That puts me in mind of this weird game where you can look at scanners and you find monsters in there. You remember that game?
I vaguely remember that.
And now we're just essentially doing that with Pokemon. Can you like catch them? Is there anything out on if you can catch the Pokemon in question in the QNR if someone puts them up?
Well, I think it just lets you view their habitat to make it easier for you to find them and catch them.
Oh.
So, the legendaries, we actually get their official names, which were the ones that I saw that were trademarked, so they did turn out to be those names, which doesn't surprise me at all. But anyway, Solgaleo is the mascot of Pokemon Sun. It has the ability Full Metal Body, which prevents its stats from being lowered. Its signature move is Sunsteel Strike. It ignores the target's ability, but the thing that actually sticks out to me the most about this Pokemon is that it's a Psychic Steel type. Out of all the potential types for Solgaleo, Psychic Steel was nowhere near my thought process. I was thinking maybe a pure fire type or something mixed with fire, just because its association with the sun, but I would have never guessed Psychic Steel. I haven't seen what other people would have guessed as to what type it would be, but I doubt any of them said Psychic Steel.
No, I was honestly thinking Fire Steel.
Well, I wasn't thinking Steel at all. What made you think Steel?
Well, it did kind of give off a vibe of that with the gold I saw. I thought it'd be some kind of Fire Steel. It would be Fire something.
Yeah, well, I was
thinking Fire something. It was always going to be Fire. To my mind, it was always going to be Fire something. And then if anyone told me Fire Steel, I would have bat an eye. But it's just Steel Psychic, like Bronzor and Beldum evolution lines.
I mean, it's a very good type, but I don't know. I would never have guessed it. And the other legendary, Lunala, is the mascot of Pokemon Moon. Its ability is Shadow Shield, which reduces damage from a move it gets hit by when it has full HP. Which I swear the trailer didn't even mention that, what Shadow Shield does, but its signature move is called Moongeist Beam, and it ignores the target's ability just like Sunskill Strike. And it is a Psychic Ghost type, and its type makes a lot more sense than Solgaleo's, but I was expecting, my guess was Dark Flying.
Like Wapathol?
Well, I was thinking that mainly because it's bat-like. It looks like it could clearly fly, and that just the Dark type just seemed natural with the moon motif. But at least...
I guess what we know it has Shadow Steel, because it's 4 times weak to Dark.
And Ghosts.
Yeah.
That's why it has Shadows. It has to have something like that, because that helps it from getting one-shot by, like, moves that like that. But, Psychic Ghost, it's... At least, I want to say that it's never been done before, or at the very least it's extremely rare.
I am trying to think on the top of my head. I can only think of the weirdest thing of terms of Psychic I can think of is Inkay and Malamar's Psychic Dark. And that's about as odd as it gets to me, at the top of my head.
But I think I'm still probably going to be playing Pokemon Moon.
Yeah, well, I'm fine.
Just because I personally like Lunala more than Solgaleo.
Well, I thought Solgaleo looks pretty cool though, so...
I like both of them, I just prefer Lunala, so... So we also got some new details on Professor Kukui, I think is how you pronounce it.
Honestly, the first time I saw the first starter trailer, I thought the old guy with the shovel thing in his pocket was the professor and not this guy. I thought he was the assistant.
Turns out you were wrong.
Yeah.
The thing about him is that he studies Pokemon moves, and apparently he actually takes direct hits from Pokemon for part of his research. Which is probably going to lead to a very reckless, stupid moment from him in the game.
Doesn't it make you think of that episode of the anime where Chuck lets his Machokes use submission on him? So essentially he's doing that.
Your friendly rival, or at least he looks like he's going to be that character, Hal, I'm going to guess that's how you pronounce his name. The one thing they say about him is that it's stressed that he loves Pokemon. And he's just like a very happy-go-lucky fellow, like extremely.
Yeah, you can tell that.
And the new character that they showed in this trailer, her name is Lily. She's the professor's assistant. She dislikes making Pokemon battle, but she loves reading books, and she's said to have an important role in the story.
And then find out she's evil. Probably think, like, is she gonna be evil or something, or she's like with the evil team in this game or something?
You know, Lily definitely caught my attention the most. Well, I mean, not just because she's a newly revealed character, she really does seem like a character that has a big role in the story. I mean, even the trailer refers to her as Kukui's mysterious assistant. So, it would be something if she did turn out to be evil. I don't know if that's the case, but, I mean, it's hard to tell right now, but that would be, like, interesting and different. I mean, I'm kind of doubtful about it ultimately, but who really knows? They also gave us a much better look at the Alola region. It consists of 4 large natural islands, a few small ones, and 1 man-made island. And I'm really happy to see that there's quite a bit of setting variety. There's, like, a sandy mountain-like area, there's a volcano, there's a snowy area that looks high up on the apex of one of the islands, which is probably the most logical way to have a snowy area in a region based on Hawaii.
And, like, I was thinking, like, I was kind of glad about that, because, like, I hope it wasn't just this one island, because, like, Hawaii has multiple ones.
Yeah, but I think it was clear that it was going to be more than one. I think they just wanted to wait and show us how many islands there were going to be.
So essentially, though it has less, they're making the Sevi Islands into an actual region.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, the archipelago setup, it's very different from how other regions have been set up, and the closest that we've had to that is the Sevi Islands in Fire Red and Leaf Green. Yeah, it's nothing like we've seen for an entire region before, so I'm actually even more excited about it than I was before. Actually, when I think about the Alola region in the anime, I'm reminded of the Orange Islands arc, and that makes me even more excited about what the anime could be like when it gets to that point, because I love the Orange Islands. I love the Orange Islands arc in the anime. To this day, it's my favorite season of the anime, even with the awesomeness that has been the XY saga so far. So anything that reminds me of the Orange Islands in terms of the anime is a great thing by my book.
So you think that's the Pokemon League out around the center of the place, that white building, or?
Yeah, that's like one artificial island that's there. It would be a kind of a logical place to put it. It could be something else entirely, who really knows? And with all of this news regarding Pokemon Sun and Moon, there were announcements regarding Pokemon at E3 2016, and it looks like Pokemon's going to be getting a lot of love there. Pokemon Sun and Moon will be featured during the Nintendo Treehouse segment on June 14th with new info and developer stories. Pokemon Go is going to have a Q&A on the 15th, and an E3 2016 Pokemon special is going to be on June 16th. So, what do you think of all these Pokemon-related announcements for E3?
I think it's pretty cool, actually. I was thinking, like, they're going to show Zelda, but I saw the moon.
Yeah, it was like, those would be, like, the 2 biggest games that they probably could show there, and it was kind of weird when they said it was going to be just Zelda. It was like, yeah, this Zelda game is going to be huge. There's a ton of that we still don't know about this game, but I think it's really good that they have Pokemon there as well. I mean, Pokemon almost doesn't need it because people will buy it no matter what.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see more on Sun and Moon at E3, but I'm really curious as to what this E3 Pokemon special will be. I don't know what it could be. Maybe they'll announce a new Pokemon game. There could be maybe an announcement for Detective Pikachu being localized. I don't know.
Maybe there's like they're gonna show some trailer of the anime of Alola.
I don't think they'll show anything regarding the anime though. Yeah. I would be very surprised if they did, honestly, but... Oh yeah, also, I almost forgot. The Treehouse is also going to be showing 3 other games: Monster Hunter Generations, Dragon Quest VII, and Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp F8.
Oh.
So yeah, Nintendo's E3 just became more exciting. You know, part of me's thinking if they purposely, like, at first said, like, hey, Zelda Wii U is all you're gonna see at E3 this year, just to have our, like, expectations be as low as possible. But then, like, a couple of weeks before E3, they out of nowhere say, oh, hey, we're gonna have a bunch of Pokemon-related things, and Monster Hunter, and Dragon Quest VII, and Tokyo Mirage Sessions. So.
But no Federation Force.
Yeah, no Federation Force. So, but who really knows? There could actually be more surprises for Nintendo's E3 this year. I mean, they announced all of those out of nowhere. They probably could sneak Federation Force in there if they really wanted to.
They probably are going to, considering how pissy everyone is about it.
But back to Sun and Moon, I'm really liking what I'm seeing, and I'm really eager to learn more about it at E3 this year. I'm really excited to see what Nintendo is going to show with Zelda, but I'm also really glad to have Pokemon at E3 too. Well, I guess that does it for this discussion. I am Espionic.
And I'm Mr. Power 4, there's a Rotom in my Pokédex.
And we'll see you all next time, most likely for things regarding E3 2016.
Later.